Hi everyone, I'm Monique with Open Gate Quilts, and we are going to be revealing the May 2021 subscription box. So this is the box, and as always when you open it you'll see the little logo, and I always include a letter that tells you what's included in the box as well as a link to the video because you want to see what's going on. First thing I want to talk about is actually my favorite thing in the box. This is a little table topper. This is your main project, and with the table topper of course you're going to be getting your instructions, a picture, and then all the fabrics. And if you want to just pan down here, honey, and you can see the table topper, so you get all the instructions on how to do this. I'm also going to show in a minute the video, and you also get the ruler that cuts these 60-degree angles, and this is what gives you these cool secondary designs when you cut your strips. So I'm going to show that in a bit in a little demo, but this is your main project, and this is the ruler that you get with it. And then you also get a little rotary cutter holder. The rotary cutter holder has, again, all the stuff that you need. And the cool thing about this one is that it's got a little snap closure and really easy to put in there. Your rotary cutter fits nicely. I'm going to grab mine and put it in there, and it fits nicely in there, and you just snap it open and there you go. The only thing that I want you to be cautious of is the edges might be a little sharp. I did put some tape on it so that you wouldn't cut yourself, but just be cautious of that because this is a tape measure that we've cut to make that snap. So that is also included in there. We have the notion of the month, which is your silk pins. These I use all the time. This is actually the pins that I use. They're all in my pin cushions, and they're wonderful. They're very sharp. They slide through really nicely. So you've got from Clover the silk pins. And as always, we include an Aurifil thread that matches your projects. You can quilt with it, you can piece with it, you can do everything with it. And then the last thing is a pattern by Open Gate Quilts, a new pattern. This is called High Tech, and it's a little more modern, but it's a cool pattern and it uses fat quarters. So that's what's included in your box for May 2021. As always, if you have any questions, you can email me at info@opengatequilts, and also check out our videos and all the other things that we're doing on Facebook. It's Open Gate Quilts, and Instagram at Open Gate Quilts. So I hope you enjoy the box, and we'll see you next month. Bye. Next I'm going to show you how to put together your table topper. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your fabric out of the package and press it so it's nice and flat, and then you're going to cut a 6-inch strip that is parallel to the selvage or along the length. The reason I chose 6-inch is because it is halfway. When I go out 1/4 of an inch from my burgundy stripe, it'll go halfway right in the middle of this blue stripe, and I'm going to show you in a second how that works out really good. So I'm going to cut, first I'll cut this and just bring it down and keep cutting that until you cut your length here. So you're going to line it up your 1/4 inch along the edge so that you are just outside, 1/4 inch outside of your burgundy stripe. I'm going to make sure you get in there and cut that. Right. Then turn it around, and if you have a 6-inch ruler, this works really well because you don't even really at this point need to measure because you've already measured on the side. You can line your 6-inch ruler up along your cut edge and cut that. And again, you want to cut this along your length so that you have plenty to work with. And I did give you extra fabric, so if you do cut it a little off and you need to straighten it, you do have extra. Then you're going to want to take your 60-degree ruler and you're going to line this up, your ruler, the 6-inch, along your bottom here, and it'll be up at the top, and I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to cut this. Alright, so I have one triangle. Now notice these two are different, obviously, because we cut that. What you'll do is just rotate your ruler, again line it up on the 6-inch, and cut. So now you've got two different triangles, and you keep cutting until you get all the triangles out of a strip. And this triangle actually goes here, and this triangle goes to this hexagon. So as you can see, I've got 6 of my triangles to make this hexagon, 6 to make this hexagon, and if I put it like here, you wouldn't get that secondary design, but you can use both of them to make the different hexagons. So you're going to do that for your stripe. For the center stripe, instead of lining it up along the edge of the burgundy, you're actually going to center your 6-inch strip on the burgundy. So you're going to take your ruler and you're going to take your 3-inch mark on your ruler and you're going to line it up right along that white dot right in the center and cut and cut. So it's really cool because now you're getting the same thing on both sides, and you can make your different hexagon using those fabrics. When you put it together, you're going to put it together in strips. So you're going to sew these together like this, make a strip, press in one direction, then you're going to sew these together again in strips, press in the opposite direction, put these together. Couple of things to note: if you have best press or some spray starch, it's a great idea to use it before you cut so that you don't have any distortion on your triangles, because these are all bias. So you can use that. That helps a lot. If you don't have any, then just be very careful, pin nicely, use your new pins that you got this month, pin it and hold it in place and try not to distort it. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is I forgot to mention, these are just 6-inch strips. You don't have to center anything or do anything. These are the 6-inch triangles, so you cut them the exact same way, but it's not any different. You don't have to be worried about your fabrics. And then the last thing is you want to bind. So you're going to cut your binding on the bias, so it's going to be at a 45-degree angle, and you're going to bind around it. The reason I chose to do bias binding is that you have these odd angles here, and it will help it go around better. You can use straight grain, but the bias just helps it a little better. And then once you get it all done, you can put it together, like I say, in rows. And for quilting suggestions, I did a swirl in here, a flower, and a loop in here, and then I just kind of did an echo to kind of give you that flower look to it. So kind of played around with it, and you can see, especially in the lighter, what the quilting is. You can do an all over, you can do straight lines. It's really up to you, but that's how I quilted that. Then I bound it, and you get this awesome table topper.